Hey you guys, happy Monday. So for today we're going to talk a little bit about plots. Now a plot of a story is basically all the details of what happens in a story that makes it exciting. Now you may be familiar with one of these. This is a plot diagram. And in a plot diagram you have your beginning, your rising action, your falling action, and then your ending or your exposition. I bet you filled out a whole ton of these in your language arts career. Now for our stories, we're not going to do a plot diagram, we're going to do a story arc. Story arcs are a little bit more fluid, and they talk about how we need both good things and bad things to make a story good. So when we talk about story arcs all have an axis. Okay, so in this axis, we have anything that happens above this line is good, and anything that happens below this line is bad. And this middle line is called the meh line. When things are happening at the meh line, it just means that they're just kind of okay. They're not bad, they're not good, they're just very meh. The story we're going to read today is called 13 and a half, and it has a story arc that looks like this. So it starts right at this meh line, and then things get kind of good. Remember, we're up here in the top, but then things get really bad, right? Not good. But at the end, things get better and they end well. So we are going to read this story. It's called 13 and a half. It's actually a mentor text, which means it was somebody who was doing the same assignment that you are doing to write a realistic fiction story. And it's one of my favorite stories because it's just so cringy. It just makes you go like, ugh, ugh. Now you have two options for reading this story. The first option is to read it yourself. In today's folder, you'll find a document that says you read 13 and a half. That's just a PDF of the story if you just want to read it in your head. The second option is Miss Bennell reads 13 and a half, and that will take you to a YouTube video where I read that story for you. You're going to either read or listen to the story 13 and a half, and then you're going to open story arc 13 and a half, and it's going to open this document. You're going to put it into Notability, and you're going to plot 7 things that happen in this story and where they go in order on this arc. So at the beginning, the middle, and then the end. So you're going to put little details of what's happening in the story onto this arc. Kind of like if you were doing one of these, but instead of beginning, rising action, falling action, ending, it's good things, bad things, really bad things, better things, good things, okay? So just to review what you're doing today, you're reading or listening to the short story 13 and a half, you're opening story arc 13 and a half into Notability, and then you're putting 7 plot points along this line. You can use either side, and showing me that you understand what happened in that story. If you have any questions, you can send me an email or send me a message on Schoology. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.